What's going on, y'all? It's like 7 in the morning currently. But I really got to make this video because I forgot to make it last night. I went to sleep on accident. But anyway, I am extremely proud of Patrick Beverley, man. Pat Bev has come a long way. I remember his days in high school at Marshall when he was a star guard and he was known for scoring and locking people up. And him and Derrick Rose used to go at it when they were in high school. Pat went to Marshall out west. D Rose went to Simeon out south, and it would go down. At that time, they were two of the most prolific players in the city, in the state. Period. D Rose was like the #1 player. Period in the state of Illinois. But Pat wasn't far off. Pat was known in for locking people up and being able to score. So, I'm so happy that Pat has found a niche in the league. I remember when he went to college and he went to Arkansas. He played well. He was a guard that could rebound heavy back then. Like, he finished with 14 rebounds last night and 14 rebounds the previous game. For a 6'1" guard to be able to rebound and defend like that, it's extremely, man, it's special to watch, man. Now he's known for locking up a team's best player. He will guard the team's best player no matter what his stats are like, no matter how prolific of a scorer or a shooter he is. He doesn't care. He don't matter how big he is, as you saw him defend Kevin Durant. Now, Kevin Durant got his, but at the end of the day, Pat made KD work for the points that he had when he was defending him, man. And Pat is just, man, he's a guy that he's a guy that anybody will want on their team, period. Because he's gonna play hard, he's gonna give you everything he got, and he's not gonna give up on any plays. It don't matter what point of the game it is, he's gonna be relentless. He's gonna keep coming, and he's gonna get rewarded handsomely for his play, as he should, because it was several times in this series, man. Pat was knocking down shots too, something that people maybe didn't know Pat could do. He was knocking down 3-point shots, and he was willing to score as well and defend and lock up a player. And when you got a guy like that doesn't try to do too much, that does his role, and he's fine doing exactly what playing defense and scoring when he can and when he has to. You gotta love a player like that, man. You gotta love a player that's not scared of anybody, is gonna keep attacking the player. It don't matter who he is. I saw him treat LeBron James and Kevin Durant like trying to lock them up like they was nobody. He didn't care who they was. He didn't care about their big name or their tall stature, their big frame or nothing. He was coming at him, man. And Pat gonna get him a check, man. Especially that game when KD finished with he took 9 shots, fouled out the game, had 9 turnovers. Pat was stealing the ball from Steph Curry and everything. So when you got a guy playing like that in the series, he had 14 rebounds in 2 consecutive games, 17 points the previous game, 11 points last night, getting steals. Man, you got to reward that, man. Pat gonna get him a check, and he knows he earned that check. I saw him on the Knuckleheads podcast, and look, he know he's playing like that because he had to play like that, especially due to the fact that he was overseas trying to find his way into the league, and when he found his way, he had to figure out a way to stay in his NBA, and he figured out the way to stay in this league is to play defense relentlessly and to always get up into any top player. It don't matter who it is. Don't be scared. And he coming from West Side Chi, man. Anybody playing in Chicago Public League is not soft. They not scared because of what them players got to deal with here. When they in the Chi and they playing in the Red West or the Red South Conference, you got to deal with game bangers betting on the games. People trying to fight you after the game when you win. People trying to fight you even when you lose. People willing to rush the floor at any point in time, especially if they mans get hard fouled by you. They homies can come on the court trying to run up on you at any time. I remember it happened to MP. Morgan Park, my high school. My homies got rushed at Bogan High School, and they had to get my boys out of there. So I'm saying that to say this, man. Pat is not afraid of any circumstance or any situation on the basketball court. He's more than willing, and this is my favorite. He's more than willing to engage with any player. And this is my favorite thing about Pat. When he was on the Knuckleheads podcast, he talked about how a lot of players are afraid to get crossed up. They afraid to get tapped up and be out there dancing. He said, it don't matter, man, if I get crossed. It don't matter what happened, man. I'm trying to lock you up. I'm trying to stop you from scoring. I'm trying to help my team win as best as possible. So I'm going to get up in you. Now, if you get me, you get me. It's cool. But I ain't caring about being on highlights or nothing like that. I don't care. I'm trying to win, dog. And when I'm trying to win, I'm trying to get that ball and trying to prevent you from doing what you do best. And that you gotta love an attitude like that from a defensive player. Come on, man, that is special to have. So I wish a lot of guys had that type of tenacity in the league. But because Pat stands out with that, he's always going to have a job for a very long time in this league. As long as he's able to stay in front of a defender, he's able to disrupt the defender, get some steals. The man get rebounds and he's 6'1". I just saw him block some shots last night. Who he blocked? Draymond Green shot last night. At 6'1", Draymond like 6'7". Pat jumping in the air, get that stuff up out of here. And he gonna talk to you too. So, I mean, when you got a guy that's a pest like that, and a guy that's just, come on, man, on ball defender, and he gonna guard you with 94 feet. He following you every step of the way up the court. That's real, man. That's real defense, real Chicago public school defense, man. And I gotta salute Pat for that, man. I hope Pat gonna get him a nice check, man. He gonna get him a big check, and he deserves every bit of it, man. Just for him struggling overseas for some years, trying to find his way into the league. He got his way in here, and he said, look, I'm in here now. I'm going to continue to do what I got to do to feed my family, to show the young boys in Chicago this is how you get into the league and hard work pays off. And he's going to continue to do what he got to do to stay there and stay on the team and be valuable to a team. And he's going to be valuable to any team. I guarantee you, a player like LeBron, even though he's a pest to LeBron defensively, LeBron would love to have Pat on his team. KD would love to have Pat on their team because they know at the end of the day they getting their best effort from that guy defensively. And even when offense comes, he's capable of knocking down shots, and he showed that this series, man. He showed it I've seen it in him several times anyway. So I saw what he could do in high school, so I know he can still do it, man. So I just wanted to leave y'all with that, man. Congrats on a great series for Pat Bev, and I hope Pat Bev gets paid handsomely, and I'm proud of that, man, y'all. Peace.